Well. Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family, to the Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern München review. We just lost 2-1 versus FC Bayern München. And there's more than just the 2-1 result to discuss. The first half, the second half, the Diaz red card, the Hakimi injury probably out for at least 3 months, Dembele not being ready, Luis Enrique decisions. Well, there's a lot to discuss, so let's jump straight into it. First thing, said it on Twitter before about the opponent. You know, in some games when you lose, you're heated at the opponent or anything. Wow. The only thing I got mad at with Bayern was wasting time, but it was completely understandable for Bayern to waste time. Shout out to Bayern. Because, yeah, sure, the game ended 2-1 and we had chances and we got so much momentum and possession in the second half, but the game basically ended in the first half. Bayern München, in that first half, let's take a look at the first half stats. 43% possession, 7 shots, 4 shots on target, 4 big chances, only in the first half. They were extremely clinical and very good at creating chances. I mean, look at this. They had 5 shots from inside of the box, including the 2 goals. I've never seen Paris Saint-Germain be this defensively bad. And that's why I called the Chelsea game a Fugazi game. Because Chelsea were not amazing in that game or something. Bayern, that first half, they were amazing. What Bayern did, I haven't seen a team do to us before. The chances they created, the openings, the cuts. Some of the passes came to the middle. The first goal, Gnabry, nutmeg, on Pacho, back heel touch. We're a bit fortunate that Olise dropped a generational stinker as well. Could have been worse. And that's the thing, the first half could have been worse. Gnabry, double hit on the post. Kimmich, a chance toward the end of the first half. And that's the thing, I mean, we're mostly going to talk about the first half because second half, Bayern had the red card. And company was like, you know what? We have a 2-0. Let's not take any risk. And it worked out. Bayern went away with the 3 points and the victory. From Paris Saint-Germain's perspective, honestly, embarrassing first half. Embarrassing first half. We had one big chance. I think it's the Barcola one, I believe. This one right here. Yeah, the Bradley Barcola big chance. Very good touch. Gets it down. Shot could have maybe been better. Good save from Neuer. But honestly, I don't know, man. I'm out of words. I guess let's talk about the individual performance. Start with Paris Saint-Germain. Chevalier. I don't know. I don't think I should be too mad because the first goal, second goal, obviously not Chevalier, but the first goal, Olise is having a huge chance. That's a huge 1v1 opportunity. Chevalier saves it, but Paris is right to the center. But I've seen a lot of Paris Saint-Germain supporters, unfortunately, talk about that. He had a similar one versus Toulouse. He had a similar one versus Lorient as well. We're just Paris it to the center of the 10-yard box and the opponent scores from it. Hakimi was decent to good. But obviously his game was cut off in the 45th minute. Absolutely in tears, crying, hurt. And you know, we've always said there are 2 players that can absolutely not get injured. And that is Achraf Hakimi and Vitinha, because they're so crucial for the Paris Saint-Germain system. And I mean, we don't even have an actual backup for Hakimi. So if you don't sign anyone in January, we'll have to do Mayulu, Warren, Neves sessions. If not David Bolle. I genuinely hope the best for Achraf Hakimi. The speediest of recoveries. And one thing I want to say is, a lot of Bayern fans, I saw them saying karma for Musiala, which was absolutely despicable. Despicable. Does anyone think Donnarumma wanted to hurt Musiala? I don't even think Luis Diaz wanted to hurt Hakimi, even though Diaz's foul was worse than Donnarumma's. I'm not going to go away with that. Luis Diaz lost the ball, trying to recover it. It's a big game, goes in for the tackle. And Hakimi's leg, unfortunately, gets in between. It happens. This is football. It happens, the injuries. And I send absolutely no hate to Luis Diaz. I mean, he got punished for, his mistake, his fault. But I genuinely hope the best for Ashraf Hakimi. Could be a ligament tear grade 3. Could be a ligament tear grade 3. I read it's like 3 to 6 months out. So November, December, January. If it's 3 months, could have Hakimi back for the knockout stages. If it's up to 6 months, February, March, April. But that's the absolute worst. It's 3 to 6 months. So let's give an estimate of maybe 2 to 4 months. So we're still going to have Hakimi back. Is he going to be back to his absolute best level immediately? We'll have to wait and see. He's obviously going to fully miss AFCON, which he was extremely ready for. It's going to be a huge blow for Morocco. I've been one of the most vocal Paris Saint-Germain supporters regarding Marquinhos. But last season we won the UEFA Champions League. We celebrated, party, everything. Marquinhos wasn't that good. He was quite bummy in the Club World Cup final versus Chelsea, but the entire PSG team was. So basically we started with a new clean slate with Marquinhos this season. Putting all his blunders in the Champions League behind us. And genuinely, this has to be his worst mistake ever. And Marquinhos has made a billion mistakes in the UEFA Champions League, but I think this one tops it. This one takes the cake. I don't know, he was in some aerial duel with Kane. The ball drops to him. Kane is away from him. He looks around, and Diaz just snatches the ball from him. And I said, Bayern were really good in that first half. They got the first goal from individual brilliance. But the second goal should have never come. And who knows, maybe we kept it 1-0. Maybe we would have gotten a goal in the first half. Maybe it would have been easier coming back in the second half. So you could basically say Marquinhos costed us the 3 points. Absolutely embarrassing. And the biggest thing, this is not Warren. This is not an 18-year-old that's going to get better with time. Or this is not, Beraldo, a substitute player. This is our starter. This is our captain. This is our longest serving player. This is the last time Marquinhos starts a big game in the UEFA Champions League. Last time. He should be absolutely embarrassed with himself. They panned the camera to him after the mistake. I saw him doing something like this. I don't know what that was supposed to be. He's not even mad at himself for costing this team. I don't want to go on too much with Marquinhos because, I'm numb. This ain't the first time. This ain't the middle time. But hopefully this is the last time we see Marquinhos in a big Champions League game. William Pacho, decent game. Ball should not be going through his legs there from Gnabry, but honestly, I want to give Gnabry more prop for that. Absolutely magical back heel. Nobody saw it coming. Nuno Mendes, one of the better Paris Saint-Germain players this game. Captain going. So many magical moments. Once again proving he's the best left back of all time. But that don't matter because we lost the game. But happy with Nuno Mendes' performance in this game. Warren Zaire-Emery, Luis Enrique obviously opted to start Warren Zaire-Emery this game instead of João Neves, and I agreed with that opinion. Not because Warren is a better player than Neves, but because of the hierarchy and the competition that we have, with Neves just coming back from injury and Warren having a lot of good performances recently. I'm calm with it, and I think Warren Zaire-Emery deserved to start this game. But these are the two ones we're set to talk about. I have barely critiqued Luis Enrique so far this season, but I think this was a blunder from Luis Enrique. I saw Fabio Ruiz and Ousmane Dembélé in the starting lineup, and I was like, they're fit. Let's get it. They were clearly not fit. Fabio Ruiz was huffing and puffing when he came off the bench, and Ousmane Dembélé went out after only 25 minutes. This was a very bad management from Luis Enrique and his staff towards Fabio Ruiz and Ousmane Dembélé. Should have been Neves, it should have been Seny Mayulu in attack, with Fabio Ruiz and Dembélé coming on in the second half. That's what I was expecting after yesterday with the reports and everything. And especially with Dembélé not starting the recent game, and neither did Fabio Ruiz. But either way, Luis Enrique opted to do it, and I thought it was a fatal mistake. Hopefully Dembele, it's no injury, rather he just felt hurt, and we didn't want to risk him. Vitinha, he was part of the good reaction in the second half, but unlike Nuno, who I felt was good in the first and the second half, poor. Poor in that first half, couldn't control the game, couldn't dictate the game. It was too much tempo, losing his duels. But yeah. Bradley Barcola, apart from the goal that we scored and maybe some other chances later on in the second half, he had our two best opportunities. The first one, I'm not blaming him because he's taking a first good touch but could finish off better. But then in the beginning of the second half, Nuno Mendes puts up a great ball into the box and Barcola completely mishits it. This is 31 games in the UEFA Champions League with only 4 goals. It's just not good enough. Kvara, I love the passion he showed this game, but not the Kvara I'm expecting in big Champions League games. With Dembele going off and Barcola being mid as usual, this was the game for Khvicha Kvaratskhelia to take over. But unfortunately, he couldn't. Still had, created some kind of danger here and there, but still below expectations. Substitutes, Kangin Lee. Shout out to him, took responsibility, great assist for the goal to João Neves. Fortunately, did not count as an assist. Sinimayulu, good energy bringing on. João Neves, that's why we love you, great goal, and Gonçalo Ramos tried his best. That finished off for the Paris Saint-Germain players, and now we'll talk about the Bayern München player. Manuel Neuer, big game, big player, stepping up in this game, gets the man of the match here. I don't think so. Obviously, Luis Diaz got the 2 goals, but did get the red card. But I think the overall team, even in the first half, despite Luis Diaz scoring 2 goals, I think the MVP is Dayot Upamecano. What a monstrous performance from Upamecano. I mean, in some moments, he was basically a midfielder. Absolutely monstrous performance from Upamecano. We saw comparisons between Laimer and Hakimi, and Laimer had a really good game. So fair play to him. It's not even about the comparisons. I've seen a lot of pride from Bayern fans towards Laimer. I haven't gotten to watch Bayern this season. We watched Laimer today, and he was really good. Fair play to Laimer. Ta, decent. Stanisic, decent. Pavlovic, decent. Kimmich, good. Controlled the game. Did what he had to do. Olise, it was genuinely a generational stinker from Michael Olise. Horrible performance. Finishing is bad. Playmaking is bad. No pace. No physicality. And absolutely nonchalant. Gnabry, good. Should have probably gotten a goal. Double post. How unfortunate can you be? Luis Diaz gets the red card, but gets 2 huge goals for Bayern München. The first one, just great movement into the box after the ball gets parried. Great finish. And the second goal, nicks it off Marquinhos and scores the goal. And Harry Kane, huge performance, didn't get a goal, didn't get an assist, but he was everywhere. Made huge passes, was running the entire game. Really a leader-esque performance from Harry Kane. And that basically ends it for the review. It's a great performance from Bayern München in that first half. That was enough for them to get the 3 points despite the red card. And Paris Saint-Germain, woeful in the first half, not controlling the game, giving away so many balls in the defensive third, being cut open and not creating enough. A semi-good reaction in the second half, got us a goal, but did not get us over the line. That finishes off for the review. I'm very frustrated, but it is what it is. And honestly, if there's any team in the world, this sounds so cucky, but if there's any team in the world I'm okay losing to, it's Bayern München. That's been it from Boy PSG, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this review. We'll be on with the post-match podcast, so make sure to tune in. And as usual, allez, Paris.